basically took all of us to a whole new level of excitement. More about that later. I want to just talk today about a couple of things that were explored over the weekend. Huge event here in Dubai. Lots of great content, lots of great learnings, and ultimately, belief building exercises. So about 600-700 of us spent 2 days. Around 100 of us spent 3 days together. We had a special day on Friday just for our team, which was awesome, and really appreciated with the founder of LioPay, Alessio Vanessa, and amazing listening to that guy, and the master distributor, Diego, both of them delivering excellent content. And then, of course, the weekend where we met the entire management team, the legal team, the compliance team, the techie guys, the inventors of the latest product they delivered. Just amazingness, right? There's a huge ICO that's coming very soon. Get ready. What does that mean? Some of you might be thinking, what's an ICO? It's an initial coin offering, and it's a cryptocurrency called Zenit, which is ours. Nobody outside of the, if you like, closed circle has any. They've sold the first phase to institutional investors. They're selling the second phase to the attendees of the event. So if you were at the event, you've got every reason to be excited, because you're going to get a great deal on this token and in a pre-sale. And then, of course, it will go out to the rest of the community, and eventually in different phases, it will end up in the hands of the public. Now, this coin is unique, and it's for the first time ever, a coin that is attached to a profit-making machine. Yep, you heard that right. It's a coin that is attached to a profit-making machine, literally. These guys have been studying the data on big crypto exchanges for years, like 5 years plus, collecting tons and tons of data, like 10 gigabytes a second of data for 5 years. They've been analyzing this data, and now they've created a machine that can buy and sell crypto between exchanges, catching arbitrage opportunities, which means that they can buy a crypto on this exchange in this nanosecond and sell it on that exchange in that nanosecond in the same time frame, and clip a tiny margin, which adds up to, well, it's a zero loss system. So no risk, no exposure, never makes a loss. The machine only ever makes profits, and they're micro profits to the tune of 20+% a month, 20, 25, and even 30% monthly. And guess what? That profit is what's driving the value of this coin. How about that? And with their tokenomics, they believe that as soon as we have sold a certain amount of entry into that arbitrage opportunity, namely $1 billion worth of sales, which honestly speaking, in my experience, is not even a number. It's a walk in the park. To have a fully audited, fully compliant, fully regulated product that is being bought by hedge funds, institutional investors, the regulated financial world, if we could grab a hold of that product and then sell it on to others, $1 billion is not even a number. It really isn't. They can accommodate up to 4 billion. But if we can get it to $1 billion in sales, then the token value that's associated to that journey can multiply by 100x. How about that? Boom. If you've ever dreamt of being in a 100x situation, guess what? You found yourself in one. You found yourself in exactly that situation, not with a nice idea that might work, but with solid numbers, solid mathematics, solid tokenomics that is backed up with a machine that produces what needs to be produced to create the 100x value. Wow. Even if you got in at a later stage, a late stage, even if you could 10x, but knowing there was a concrete 10x, like really rock solid 10x, wouldn't that be amazing? As rock solid gets, right? Again, there's no guarantees, of course, but if it's good enough for institutional investors, if it's good enough for the regulated world, then surely we can do something with that product. And for me, goodness, I'm just sitting there, I've been having dreams about it. since it was announced, right? They spoke about it on Saturday. I've had some insights on it earlier on through interactions with the with the company. But the way that they delivered the information on the weekend on Saturday with the young guys that have invented this algorithm, goodness, what a phenomenal breakthrough. We had Royal Family visit us over the weekend. The Royal Family that is partnered with LioPay and also working on this token project, and one of the big institutional investors in the project. So that was there. They were there live and direct with us, sat in the front row seats, watching Alessio as he shared the vision of this project and what we're going to do with it. So all of, talk about transparency at the highest level, complete open cards. They even brought the guys that invented the tech to go on stage, put a screen up live in front of everybody. And just while the guys talking and sharing about what they've created, invented, why it works and how it works, the entire audience witnessed within about 10 minutes on a 50K odd account, a profit was produced in about 10 minutes, about 200 and something, call it 250 odd dollars. Like, that's nuts. That is like 0.5% in 10 minutes in front of our eyes that the system created. Now, I don't know about you, but I can get excited about that level of transparency. All right. I can get excited about knowing that these guys have got their hands on something that nobody else in the world has. And it's not like a story. They're not just saying nobody else has this. They're showing us nobody else has it. Fully audited daily by 2 independent auditors. One auditor audits the actual profitability and another auditor audits the liquidity, making sure that the company is not misspending the profits that they're making on our behalf. How about that? Daily audits, guys and girls, by independent auditors. Wow. Listen, if you've ever wished that you got into an opportunity that you could build with this level of transparency, goodness, we found it. I've not seen any company be this open with their books. First time I've seen somebody that's willing to just go, look, here's what we're doing. Here's how we're doing it. You can see it all here. Of course, they're not revealing the algorithm or the details. They're not giving us the secret sauce, but they're showing us the results of the secret sauce in front of our very eyes. So here's the thing. We talk about one of the foundations in being successful in this industry and building a successful organization is belief, right? Belief in yourself, of course. And we work on that on Nuts and Bolts every week. Building belief in yourself, your ability to create something way beyond your comfort zone, way beyond your history, way beyond anything that you relate to yourself as. Most people do not relate to themselves as results producers. Most people relate to themselves as wishing to produce results, hoping to produce results. Most people rely on other people to produce results. Most people want somebody else to produce results for them. Most people need reassurance from uplines, from leadership, that they can do it. But the goal has got to be to know it yourself and not rely on your sponsor, not rely on your upline, not rely on your crossline, not rely on somebody further up to tell you that you can do it. The goal has got to be that you know you can do it. That's called self-belief. See, that's the difference between somebody that gets it done and somebody that's trying to get it done. I often talk about this. I've said it, and I'm transparent about everything. Everyone already knows anyway. I always declare my result when I start something. I started the day I said yes to this. I decided I'm going to be a Crown ambassador, and I'm going to do it before my next birthday. That's how I operate. I put myself under that open, transparent pressure, if you like, positive pressure for me. Some of you, that doesn't work for you. You might collapse under that kind of open pressure because you're crap at doing what you said you were going to do, following through and getting it done. I know I'm not. I'm freaking awesome at getting it done. I can rely on myself. I can count on myself. I will speak to 100 strangers a week if I have to produce 10 people that I can bring in, to produce 2 or 3 people I can work with, and 1 that can build an organization. I'll do that. I'll happily speak to 100 strangers a week to find 1 rock star. Will you? Can you see the difference? because I've decided on the outcome. And it doesn't matter to me what I have to do to create it, what level of uncomfortableness I have to create, what level of activity I need to create. The decision is what leads me. My decision to get to the top is what drives my activity. So I don't care how scared I am to speak to a stranger. I'll just say hello and speak to them anyway. I don't care how many doubts I might have in the nanosecond before I speak to them, that they might reject me, they might laugh at me, they might, throw something at me, whatever might happen, right? But it's almost zero. Even if it appears, it might be for such a nanosecond that I don't even know it's appearing. That's the level of practice that I've had at doing this. That fear, it's never gone. Fear never disappears, right? It's always there, and it should be. Fear is really powerful if it protects you. So you should always have fear. Don't lose fear. But the ability to act in the face of fear is leadership for me. The ability to not let fear stop you, not let fear be the thing that is in front of you, but to let fear be there to serve you when needed. But any other time when it's not serving you, to overcome it, to literally kick its butt and say, thank you for sharing. See you later. I've got work to do. And so I am always on it, if you like, right? And especially when I'm with people. When I'm with people, I'm more on it. Why? Because I want to show people in real life how easy it is, that it can be done, that anyone can do it. Really simple, basic conversations with complete random strangers. And within 1 minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes max, have massive rapport, massive connection, instant exchange of phone numbers, and they're excited and can't wait to hear from you. 2 minutes. That's all it takes. And so, in fact, I'm going to bring on a couple of people that have witnessed this with me. If they're here, let me see. Sue, you're there. And is Champa with you?
Yep.
Sue's a bit of a machine anyway, so I know she can get it done. She's at the airport with Champa at the moment. They're flying back to London. They've been here a few days. Champa is new to the industry, and she was with me this afternoon with Sue, myself, and Champa. We went out for a quick bite to eat. We sat in a restaurant and cheesecake factory, actually. I had a naughty afternoon. I had myself a bit of a cheesecake. Oh my God. If there's a cheesecake factory near you, salted caramel cheesecake.
It was the best.
I only had a couple of spoons, very thin slice. They ate the rest because I've got to watch my sugar, right? But goodness, my old self would have devoured two of those. Killer. But then as I had my little slice, the lady, the manager of this, the floor came over, had a little chat, bang, built rapport, connected, told her about my diabetes. She offered a sugar-free and gluten-free cheesecake. I said yes straight away. So we ordered a second one. That wasn't the plan. That just happened to happen. But during that process, got her phone number. She's Filipino. She's entrepreneurial. She's bought property back in Philippines. She's up for more money. She's been working here for like 12 years. Super excited to help me expand my business, my empire into the Philippines. That's all it was. So listen, I'm looking for people that are hustlers, people that are entrepreneurial, people that are up to stuff, and people who've got big dreams to help me expand my business into the Philippines. That might be you. I don't know. Is it worth a conversation? Yes, of course, sir. Tell you what, give me your number. I'll send you some information. Make sure you connect with me, and we'll discuss opportunities and possibilities and see if we can get you out of this scenario and to the next level. Your smile means, your smile shows me that you deserve better. You deserve more. And so that's, what's possible, right? So is this, let me just see something 1 second. Let me just pin somebody. Yeah, it is. Champa, you're there. Great, wonderful. I thought that was you. Can I ask you, if you don't mind, to quickly come and share? I know you're a bit camera shy sometimes, but well done for putting the camera on. That's already brave of you, I know. Having breakthroughs, I love it. Can I ask you, and I'll come on the screen with you as well, just to make you feel a bit more comfortable. There you go. Will you share with everyone just to share what happened and how it was for you? Go for it.
God,
you have to unmute.
I did.
You are unmuted. But
can you hear me?
Oh, it's my laptop. Go ahead.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah. Oh my God, this weekend it's just like blown me away. It's absolutely amazing. Oh, what? Just everything about it. The people, the music, the dancing, the speeches, just finding out more. It's just amazing, amazing, amazing. Just being with like-minded people is just huge, 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 huge.
Right.
I'm fired up, really fired up, and can't wait to get back. I've got all sorts of stuff going through my head at the moment. So yeah, watch this space.
Tell everyone, how was this afternoon's Cheesecake Factory experience for you in terms of approaching people?
That was so easy. It looked so easy, just
Right.
from just a hello, how long you've been here, do you do anything else apart from this job? Yeah, and then it just flowed, the conversation just flowed. It just
And how many of
easy.
how many of those conversations did we have live and real time?
Just in the Cheesecake Factory 2.
There you go. And what was the result? How many out of 2 said, wow, I'd love to know more?
2.
There you go.
Yeah, very easy.
Having witnessed it, could you duplicate that now yourself?
Oh yes, definitely.
There you go.
Definitely.
So this is, thank you. Really appreciate that, Champion. Thanks for sharing. Really amazing to have you there on the weekend with us as well. So my point is, guys and girls, the skills are not that difficult, but you have to apply yourself and take that step. So set yourself a target, set yourself a goal that's uncomfortable. See, some of you are going to set a goal speaking to one person a day. Do you know what my goal is? My first 90 days of any business, and it's because I've done it that long, that's just what I do. I recruit minimum one person a day every single day for the first 90 days. I won't sleep until I've hit that target. That's just how I do it. I just won't sleep until I've done it. So as soon as I wake up, my first goal is, right, who is somebody new that I can speak to today to get them in? And it might be one conversation and they're in, it might be 2, it might be 3 people, it might be 4, it might be 5 people. I don't know. However many people I've got to speak to every day, I will until I've signed one person up. And I'll do that for 90 days straight. And I'll plug them all in to groups, different WhatsApp groups or communities, different places where I communicate with them, and off we go. And then make sure that they're plugging in. That's it. So what if you could do that? And why not? If you think you can't, why not? Do you see? Do you think you could speak to 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 people every single day through Facebook, LinkedIn, on the streets, out and about, restaurants, bars, cafes, wherever you are, shopping, retail, shopping malls, wherever, just walking around? Would you be up for that? Would you be up for speaking to as many people as you need to speak to put one person on your front line every single day for the next 90 days? Would you take that on as a challenge? Because I'll tell you what, if you would, I can promise you this, you will build a monster business. And I'm not saying that from a place of trying to pump you up and make you feel good and hyping you up. It's factual. It's factual. You stick 90 people on your front line in 90 days, it's impossible that something doesn't happen. Impossible that something doesn't happen. Can you see that? Out of those 90, 9 will do something. 90 will be happy to be passive. Out of the 90, 81 will be happy to be passive. Cool, let them be passive, not a problem. 9 of them, 10 of them, 12 of them, 15 of them will be ready to follow your lead. And 1 or 2 of them, maybe 3 or 4 of them, maybe even 5 or 6 of them will take it to the top. And you'll be done. 6 months from now, a year from now, you'll be well on your way to the top of the plan, laughing at how you did it, because you did it all in your first 90 days. Everything after that, you're too busy. After your first 90 days, you are too busy to worry about anything other than helping your team duplicate and adding more people. You'll add another 90 the next 90 days because you've done it once, you know you can do it again, and you'll keep doing that because you know that you broke through the limitations and the fears. So belief in yourself, of course, belief in the company, and there's plenty there for you to start looking at the company and believing what they're doing, belief in the industry, plenty of information for you to understand why, this is the space to be in. So, once you start getting all of those belief levels locked in, the industry, the company, yourself, your leaders, your team, it's all just locking in the belief of the different components that has you be a superhero for your people, for yourself, and for the company, of course. become a superhero. Don't be wet wipe. All right. And I'm not calling you a wet wipe, by the way. I'll get people messing me. I'm not a wet wipe. No, I know you're not wet. I mean, if you're going to take this, and not everyone's going to take this to the top. If you're going to take this to the top, you cannot be half-hearted. You cannot be wishy-washy. You cannot be, let's see how it works out. I hope this works out for me. I wonder if I can do this. Will it work for me? Can I do this? Have I got what it takes? All of those doubts, all of those negative affirmations will take the opportunity away from you. I'm mindful that Sue's also jumping on a plane. Sue, do you want to quickly jump on and share a bit about your experience of the weekend? Go ahead and unmute.
Hi. Hi, thanks, Kalpesh.
Hey.
Hi. Yeah, we're about to get on a flight in a second. Dubai has been next level this weekend. I shared a little bit on yesterday's presentation, the professionalism, how upmarket these guys are, and how much they really show that they really value the community. Really said, spoke 1,000 words. It was just incredible. I mean, they put a meal up for over 600-700 people on both days, and unlimited teas and coffees and snacks. It was so awesome. But yeah, all the everything, they were just like reeling it out, weren't they? Like they talked about the token, they talked about the cards. Like that's exciting in itself, right? The debit cards, the MasterCards, like it was just one thing after another, and it was just incredible. And I just want to say as well, even like compliance and legal, like really having those ladies present as well, and present from a place of like, we all want to grow together as a community, rather than, usually compliance and legal kind of almost put the shackles on, don't they? But they're really talking about actually how they can, how we want to all grow together and open and use legal and compliance to open up more opportunities, and doing it in the right way, for sustainability, for continuous growth. So I really loved listening to what those ladies are about, their passion, and how they want to grow with the community as well. So yeah, I'm so excited. I'm looking forward to the offer as well on the last day. Oh my God, have you spoken about that yet?
I haven't.
Oh my goodness. So just like I said, it was just one thing after another. Like, come on guys, this is super duper exciting. And I just can't wait for this is like something, this is just my second network marketing opportunity, and I am really excited about what I'm going to create in the next 6 months to a year compared to what I've ever done, in the last kind of 18 months. So yeah, let's do it, people, and let's grow together as a community. It's really awesome to see the numbers picking up here on these calls, and I think it's the community that really make it what it is, So yeah, let's show up and shine and grow together, people.
Boom.
Thanks, Kalpesh.
Thank you. Awesome. Thank you. Always bringing the power, bringing the heat. I'll tell you, some people add value without even effort, just effortlessly add value without even trying. Sue's definitely one of those. And yeah, really looking forward to a massive success journey for you as well. The offer that she mentioned there, that they mentioned, it was the last thing that we mentioned on the last day. Diego dropped it on everybody. And here's the offer. Are you ready? Check this out. So there's a brand new promotion as of yesterday, the 1st of August. So you've got August, September, October, November, December, and all of January. You have 6 months to smash this to the highest level you possibly can for you. And everybody's different and has different numbers, different goals, different ideas of what success is for themselves, right? Here are the targets. Choose whichever target works for you and crush it. Target number 1 is for beginners. In the next 6 months, if you can muster up the courage to speak to as many people as possible, humanly possible, and share this incredible opportunity, and do 1 million euros worth of cloud minting sales in your team, with the 50% rule in place, of course. If you produce 1 million worth, the company will drop 100,000 euros worth of Zen token into your wallet. on top of everything that you'll have earned on the way of doing that anyway, which will be a nice chunk of change anyhow. 100 grand. Now, here's the thing. It's not worth 100,000. It's worth what it will be worth when you sell, when you exit, right? And with their 3 to 4 year game plan with the arbitrage, who knows? Who knows? But if we just go with a lowly 10x, we're not going to talk about the 100x that they've got mapped out and planned. If we just go with a 10x, that means in 6 months, you do 1 million of sales and you can bag 1 million yourself. Yeah, that was a purposeful pause so that you could let it land. Listen, guys, don't drop the ball on this. Don't drop the ball on this. Doesn't happen. Just, you do not get this kind of a offer ever. Like, you just don't. I've never seen something like this. It's a hectic offer. All right. If you're feeling a little bit more muscly and flexible and ready to rock and ready to drop your baggage, clear your history of fear, limitations, whatever you might be hanging on to in your head about why you can't. If you're ready to let go of all of that and just say, do you know what? Sod it. I'm doing whatever it takes to get it done. If you and your team, if you can find some gems and diamonds, and you and your team do 5 mil in the next 6 months. And I know there are people on this Zoom listening and watching right now that have already earmarked that number. I know that. If you do 5 mil, it's 500,000 worth of tokens for you. But what could they go to after that? Life-changing stuff, right? 1 million today is not a lot of money. You can't live well on 1 million. All right. You could retire early and you can live on 1 million for sure. No doubt about it. But you can't live well unless you're quite old already. Like, if you've only got 10 years left, you can do good. But if you've got another 30, 40 years left, 1 million, it's not, wow. It's not like it's 25 grand a year. Big deal. It's not going to, it's not going to give you a life of Riley. But 5 mil will. 5 mil will give everybody a level of life that most people can never live. It'll just never live that life. You can wrap that up in 6 months. If you understand the principles of leadership, the principles of teamwork, the principles of unity, focus, the dynamics of success. Read, Think, and Grow Rich. It's not rocket science. It's all in there. Everything you ever need to know is in that one book. If you don't like reading, listen to the audio. It's deep, I know, but it's worth it. There you go. Charmaine's got a copyright there. You're a legend, Charmaine. I loved spending time with you this weekend. Online to offline friendships, man. Charmaine is a legend in the making, getting it done. Talk about, was 10, you know what? Why am I going to tell her story when she's here to tell it herself? Charmaine, tell us how you boxed off the builder bonus. How was your journey doing that?
Hi, I'm very nervous to be online like this, but in any case, it was phenomenal. I reached out to Kalpesh and we were just chatting, and he mentored me and he said, dream big. Why can't you do it? You can do it. And I just want to say that I did. I focused. On my shower door, just glass door, I painted, the chalkboard stuff, and I wrote up my 30 days, and I looked at that every single day and 10 times a day when I go to the toilet and whatever the case may be. And I just soldiered on, and I made it through, and I got my 10 people in the 30 days. So it was phenomenal. And the weekend was amazing for me. There is no other way but to do it. Simple as that.
And just very quickly, were there challenges along the way to getting those 10 in?
like you will not believe. Like you will not believe. so many different things happen. People obviously fall off. I thought I'd purchased the wrong package. I fell apart. We had a call. I got told to drink a glass of wine, and it all worked out. So yeah, and those are just the ones you know of.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, no, all I can say is persevere, and you know what, focus, make a decision. As I say, I think if I can get this right, make a choice to take a chance to change your life. And that's what I did. And yeah, that was it for me. Thank you.
Love it. Well
It was
done.
great. Thank you so much.
Thank you for sharing that. Well done. I know you're also camera shy, but here you go. You are now stepping into your greatness and your leadership role. Well done. Super proud of you. So there you go. Commitment, focus, consistency, no matter what attitude, and bang, the impossible becomes possible. So, you know, you're witnessing in front of your eyes. There are people here that are getting it done because they say they're going to get it done and nothing else. It wasn't because it was easy for them. It wasn't because it was, you can make as many stories as you like as why they did it. It doesn't matter. The fact is they did whatever they had to do to get it done. And that's what I advise everyone to get your focus on. Here's the thing. Then there's the one for the big guns, if you like, people that just, you know, results oriented, unstoppable, fearless already, ready, looking for something insanely huge to do, you know, got massive dreams, got massive goals, already got their stuff worked out, you know, no hesitation, no resistance, just need a project that they can get their teeth into. Guess what? Find those people. And here's the beautiful thing about this insanely sexy industry is that if you find 2 of those people, you're done anyway. If you find 2 rock stars in 2 separate legs in the next 6 months who go for the 5 mil, you're done. Can you see that? And they're out there. So if you do 10 million in sales with the 50% rule, 10 million in sales in the next 6 months, so big asks, and you know, it's not for everyone for sure, but it's absolutely 1000% possible for anyone that's hungry enough and willing enough to find those 2 rock stars. 10 mil, you're going to get 1 mil clean in Zen tokens. And who knows what kind of life-changing experience that could be, right? So the company's offered this. Is this on the table? And guess who it's available to? Anybody who wants it. The advantage of us on the call right now, and those that were there on the weekend, is that we know about it now. We're 1 day down. We're on day 2. All right. Anyone that finds out today is 2 days short of what we were. How about that? We had yesterday and today. If you're here today, anyone that comes in tomorrow will be 3 days short behind you. Thing is, are you taking advantage of those 3 days? It's only an advantage if you did something in that time. That's the only time it's an advantage. Otherwise, it's not an advantage. It'll be 5 months and 29 days, and you'll still be sitting there thinking about getting started when somebody else might have joined 3 months in, and they'll only have 3 months left, but they'll get it done. Can you see? So advantages are only advantages if you take advantage of them. But really important to understand this stuff. Just simple stuff. It's only an advantage if you can take advantage of it. Otherwise, it's meaningless, pointless. Doesn't mean anything. Zero. All right. So you can play small, hobble around, have a go, or you can get it done. Which one is it going to be? You decide. All right. Decide for yourself. And again, even the million might be too much for you. Doesn't matter. You don't need to take on anything that's going to give you stress attacks. Don't do that. Right. Then again, sometimes positive pressure, positive stress is good. Negative stress is not good. You know how you operate. You know how you work. If you can make these numbers work for you and bring out the best in you, do it. Take advantage. All right. So that's enough about that. Of course, I'm excited about it. Of course, you know what my decision is. And yeah, there are certain people on here I know what their decision is as well, right? You don't even have to ask them what their decision is, because they are that. They show up as that decision, right? There are people on this Zoom that are 10 million decision makers, and you know, it's done in here. And so then it will just be like work ethic, right? Just like, you know, get up a little bit earlier, go to sleep a little bit later, make a few extra calls, do what you got to do and get it done. It's just that person. And these are the people you want to learn from. These are the ones you want to emulate. All right. These are the people that you want to sponge off of in terms of how can you be more for yourself? How can you be better for yourself? All right. I want to talk a little bit about another subject that was covered over the weekend, which is integrity. It's a huge passionate subject of mine. Small word, massive power. Integrity. I was really disappointed, I think is the word to use, on the weekend to hear that there were people in the room, unfortunately, there were people in the room whose objective was not to be there for the community, with the community, to benefit the community, but rather they thought it would be clever, and this is for everybody to learn from anyway, right? In terms of unspoken rules of network marketing. There were people there that were there just to collect as many numbers from as many people as possible and pitch them on other, right? See, the power of pause. I nearly said something that I didn't want to say there. Other opportunities. But like, what are you doing, right? So if you see people like that, call them out. Call them out. Cross-recruiting, cross-pitching, nonsense going on in the room. Don't be that person. Listen, you can do as many things as you like, but don't go nicking somebody else's people. Don't come talking to my front line for your deal. Don't go talking to somebody else's front line for your deal, whatever else you got going on. You are free to do whatever you want to do. You're an entrepreneur anyway, right? No one's saying you can't do what you want to do, but do it with ethics, do it with integrity, and do it in your own space. Don't do it in other people's spaces. The company spent over $1 million to host you, and you come and take the piss like that. It's not right, right? So you know who you are if you're there, all right? And yes, take it personally. And if you need to call me to clean it up, do that as well. All calls are welcome. I'm not going to judge you because I'll give you the benefit of the doubt of not knowing. Although I don't know how you could not know that stealing other people's people is not okay. But if you're going to be in this industry, then do it in a way that people are going to respect you for the way you carry yourself and the way that you do business. Ethics and integrity are a huge part of network marketing. And it's why the industry is as sexy as it is, because leadership is all about that stuff. So it is the ignorant ones that come in and spoil it and then give the wrong impression, which is why when new people sometimes come in and they have that experience, they're like, what kind of a crappy place is this? Which is literally the kind of response I had from somebody over the weekend that was pitched. They're new to network marketing. They came to the weekend and they were pitched by somebody else that they thought was a friend. Boom. Other intentions. Not right, not good, not clever, not smart. You look like a twat when you do stuff like that. So just be aware and mindful. Like, we had a phenomenal training all weekend, and the output is that you do things that let you down. Just take a look, a neck up, check up from the neck up, as we say. Have a checkup from the neck up, take your temperature and ask yourself the question, what is it about you that operates from a place of that? Cool. Anyway, that's a little bit about integrity. Look it up, work it out. Lots of great videos on YouTube about it as well. Integrity for me is doing what you said you would do in a way that expresses you fully and wholeheartedly, right? The best version of you. It's a commitment to be the best version of you. It's not easy. Yeah, it's not easy to be the best version of you. The default is always to not be in integrity. It's a default human being, but not at that level, right? Like, being late for appointments is a very easy one to default on, right? And you can have circumstances that created the outcome, right? Because you didn't allow for certain things, right? For example, have you ever missed a plane? Very rarely. People do miss planes. I've probably taken, I don't know, maybe 1,000 flights in my life. I've missed a couple. For the most part, 99.9% of the time, I don't miss a flight. Why? Because I'm the guy that gets there 3 hours before. All right. That's me. So then if there's a traffic jam and a crash and I get there 2 hours before, it means I have to run through the airport instead of stroll. But if I'm there, if there's no traffic jam and no crash on the way, then guess what? I'm good. I chill, I have a coffee, maybe a bite to eat, stroll around the shopping, and then get on my plane and off on my way. Do you see? But if you're going to get there an hour before the plane leaves and then you're trying to get through, chances are you might just miss it, right? So, but it happens. But something like this for me is like almost consciously being out of integrity. Like, you know that it's not right. Like, you wouldn't like it if somebody came and took your team away from you for something else, right? So then why do that to somebody else? Not good, not cool. Don't do it. The other thing is the strength of leadership, having each other's back. So if you spot this, put a stop to it. Don't turn a blind eye. Pull the person to one side, say, listen, it's not on. Don't be a twat. Just say it. Bring them to one side, say, listen, that's not who we are. It's not how we operate. We're a unit. We're a team. We're solid. We're strong. We work together. We're one. You mess with one, you mess with all of us. That kind of a mindset. Bring it to the table, right? Don't let people get away with nonsense. Don't be scared to call them up. If you're scared, don't worry, bring them to me. I'm not scared. If you see somebody doing nonsense and you're a little bit like not sure whether you could deal with that, just say, hey, Kalps, such and such did this. Can you have a word? I'll have a word. No problem. Cool. But call them out, pull them to one side, straighten them up, get them back on the right road, and off we go together into the sunset. It's not about picking on them. It's not about bullying them. It's not about publicly shaming them. It's not about any of that stuff, but it's about calling it out privately and cleaning it up so we can all trust each other to do the right thing. Is that cool? We can all agree to do that. Be better for each other. That's all. I'll be better for you. You be better for me. Guess what? The world ends up being a much better place. It just works, this stuff, right? There's enough people out there that can't be bothered to be better. That's cool. But in this space here, we can. That's the industry's about. For me, first and foremost, personal development. You know that about me. I always say that. Personal development is your biggest friend in this industry. It really allows you to become whatever you want to become. All right. So that's a little bit about integrity. And I've got a little bit more than I do, but I'm just going to say one more thing. Please, please don't sit on this. Like, if you're in already, don't sit on it. It's this weekend. Like, I've already in love with this, right? I've had the honor of spending loads of time with the founders because I live here and I'm not far from the office. So any opportunity I get to meet up, I do. So I don't take any of it for granted. But what I saw on the weekend where they all came on stage and delivered world class, I was like, wow, this is such a home run. Like, with or without me, it's a home run. Of course, it's going to be with me because I want to fully participate, but this is a done deal. So make it a done deal for you. It's a done deal for everyone that was there, for sure. The conversations that were had, there were people that came there, I'd say 80% in. And by the time they were done, at the end of Saturday, they were 150% in, 200% in, right? They were like over the top. Oh my gosh, this is everything that we thought it was going to be. We've heard it was. Like, they evidenced it, witnessed it. That's another reason why when you ever get an opportunity to go to these things, take them up. I know it's not always possible, but as often as it is and whenever it is, always take up the opportunity. And if it's not, plug into the people that are taking up the opportunity and get it all off of them as quickly as possible so that you can at least grab some of the energy. Paul, how are you, champ?
Hey, Kalps, once again,
Hey.
awesome. I'm away on a holiday at the moment with the grandkids and daughter, having a great time. The weather's a bit blowy, hence the curtains are tied up. Yeah, just really grateful that I got the chance to go over to Dubai last month. Seems forever now, doesn't it? Flipping heck, that was a while back. But yeah, if I learned anything last year through our last venture, I learned how important it was to plug in, to get involved and to go at it. Me and my business partner, Kirsten McDonald from New Zealand, we made that commitment. I saw this, I reported back, I said, look, we need to go for this. And we have. We met that 30-day challenge of trying to get 10. And we got our 10 in 26 days. And, you know, did I believe it? I have to say, after, you know, recent events, it kind of had that little niggle in my head. But let me tell you guys, I got my 1% global bonus today. Dropped right in as promised. So says what it says on the tin, it does. Grateful for those who listened, got involved. We're now sitting on 14 leaders, I believe. And we managed to do, in just over 12 months, 2 million in business. So I kind of had the 1 million in mind as the goal for this. But after this call tonight, I think I've just upped the game, and we're going for the 5 million. Because I know it can be done if you get the right people, follow the right people, find the leaders. There's a massive scream out there for people who just want something to do. And certainly when it comes to creating passive income and additional income. So yeah, I'm all in, as is my partner, and we're going for it. We're just looking for more leaders, more people to share this incredible opportunity with them. So once again, Kalpesh, thanks. And once again, thanks to my sponsors, Sharon and Dan, for giving me the invite to come to Dubai last month, which was awesome. And I've caught the vision. I'm in love with it again. I'm dreaming again. And yeah, can't wait for the next event. So thanks, Kalpesh. Love everything. Sharon, well done. Thank you. And Dan.
Thank you.
Let's get at it.
Beautiful. Thank you, Paul. Sharon, you're up next, hon.
Hi, guys. Oh, wow. I don't know. I'll be honest with you. Oh, Dan's ringing me at the wrong time. Sorry, guys. Dan, I'm on Kalpesh's nuts and bolts. So I've just buttoned him. Sorry, guys. He's actually been traveling. So going to Dubai again was, I'll be honest with you, I'd already seen enough Kalpesh 3 weeks ago. I was totally blown away. I couldn't believe that this hidden gem was there behind somewhere that we weren't told about. And yet now going to the event was a game changer. And you know, he kept, oh my God, he's not giving up, is he?
It might be important. Let me come back to you, Sharon. Deal with that one. I'll mute you out. Deal with that, and I'll come back to you shortly. George, how you doing, buddy?
I missed the button. Did it? Hey guys, how are you? Kalpesh, great to see you again. Man, it's so good. Again, I've missed so much of the initial start of this thing by being on the road and everything else, but man, I needed that break. But
on the road, you mean on the water?
Yeah. Well, on actual fact, I probably spent more time on the road during that. It was 7.5 weeks, but it was amazing. It was just
tell
absolutely.
Everyone what you did. I think it's phenomenal. Tell everyone what you just did.
Okay, so I went to North America. I jet skied from Seattle to Juneau, Alaska, which was 1,500 miles. I then flew to Charlotte, and then I jet skied in North Carolina, South Carolina, Georgia. I then went to Florida, jet skied in Florida, then up to Michigan, jet skied in Toronto. I travelled to Niagara Falls. And then I found out that I thought I was on an 1.5-hour flight from Detroit to Phoenix. Turns out it's 4 hours, but there's 3 time zones. I didn't know that. Anyway, jet skied in Phoenix and then flew home. And so, yeah, 7.5 weeks, again, with results of systems that my great mate Kalpesh put us through. Again, the learning we had in Dubai last year with Kalpesh, it just set us up. And again, a little bit slow off the mark with this one because I hadn't quite seen the picture and still smarting from what I put $1.1 million together in 12 months in the other system. 5 million in this just is it's just a walk in the park. Yes.
Come on.
So again, the lifestyle and just the abilities and I keep telling, so my coach is Trevor Chatham, and I've known him for 34 years. And we keep saying to each other, what we've learned over the last 34 years is just setting us up to be in the right place, the right training and everything else for this. So again, in our last thing, I said it was 33 years to become an overnight success. And again, just plugging back into what we're doing now. So, man, thanks for being here. And again,
thank you.
Trying to get the time zones and everything right. So again, I think it's 4 o'clock here. No, it's now 10 to 5 here in the morning.
Wow.
And man, excited. And thank you again for throwing your enthusiasm out there. And you've now set some massive targets for me. So now I've got to pull my finger out and keep going. Yes.
Awesome. Thank you, brother. Really great to have you back in the saddle. Wonderful. Thank you. And then we got Dizzy. How you doing, champ?
Wow, Kalpesh, what can I say? This has got to be the best nuts and bolts you've ever done.
I'm sure you say that every time I do one.
And I know you say that. I say that every time, but this one was it had a double impact, right? Because it wasn't just training. You gave a summary of what happened this weekend, and you put it so perfectly that you got rid of everyone's excuse, because you just gave a plan on how you can get one brand new person a day, and you gave a technique on how to do it. You just took away every excuse for everybody on earth.
Boom.
That's what you did. That's why this nuts and bolts is better than any other nuts and bolts, because it even had a cherry on top, right? The final, I mean, you talked about integrity. This weekend was off the charts. I mean, I've been trying to think of ways of how to describe this, and one analogy came up as they're like Louis Vuitton of the blockchain world.
Love that.
Because look, Louis Vuitton don't take no shortcuts. Yeah. And these guys didn't take no shortcuts at all. In fact, they added more pizzazz to everything, from the people that were serving you, just everything. They did more than they needed to. They gave us more time to chill, drink as much coffee as you want, eat as much as you want, and just enjoy. Because that's what these guys are focused on, community, and they know that you need a connection. Which is why it was like being at a Tony Robbins event, because they don't miss anything. They had the interpretation machines. Everybody, it didn't matter what language you spoke, real time, they had somebody there. That, I mean, they take the biscuit. They do all of it. And like you said, this is an opportunity that you can't miss. And I really acknowledge you and thank you for saying, don't sleep on this one, because people need to hear that. And, you know, whatever's happened in the past has just prepared you for now.
Absolutely.
You know, the last opportunity was my first crypto blockchain opportunity, and I've learned a great deal. I've learned exactly what I need to know to do what I need to do next.
Boom. There you go. Life works exactly like that. It just prepares you always. So wonderful. Always great hanging out with you. Miss you already. Hated that you left the same day that we finished the event. I was like, no, we're supposed to. But hey,
what a time. What a time.
Got work to do, Dizzy. Thank you so much. Look who we've got here. None other than my super upline, my sponsor, my dear friend, all the way from sunny Ireland. Mick, how are you, champ?
Hey, man, I'm on the road.
Hey, I love it. Literally on the road.
On the road. I wasn't getting a great signal in the car, so I put my hand up and stepped. So here's what I did on the last opportunity. I spent $5 on a digital diary for my iPad. You know how tired I was yesterday, but I was on Dubai time. I was up at 5:30 this morning, couldn't sleep, and spent 3 hours filling the diary with names and possible appointments and contacting people. And one of those was a leader in Dublin. And I sent him this morning's video of the Australian call with fantastic testimonials, which I've sent you, Count. And he said, oh my God, I want to see you face to face. I want to go through everything. When can I see you? I said, you're in Dublin. How about tonight? And so here I am on the side of the road. Instead of my planned holiday sailing, I'm here on the side of the road, heading for Dublin to a meeting with a great leader that if we get him over the line, he's gonna smash this. So hello from me. Get the diary. Plans can change as mine changed today. But remember as well, there are thousands of Louis Vuitton pretenders out there, Dizzy. There's only one real Louis Vuitton. You can buy a Louis Vuitton bag, but it's not a Louis Vuitton bag for $10. But it ain't Louis Vuitton. This is Louis Vuitton. Thanks, guys. To your success. We'll see you soon.
Thank you, champion. Absolutely awesome. Look at that. That's commitment for you, isn't it? Right there on the side of the road, literally. Talking of Louis Vuitton, Dizzy, just quickly back to you. Go on, share with them. What, again, another classic example. Tell us how you dropped it.
Okay, so I went into Louis Vuitton a little while ago, and that how you engage with people or how they engage with you is also an indicator. And I got to know the guy and we became friends, and we stayed in communication via WhatsApp. He messaged me when there was a new collection in. But when I spent time with him, he told me his story. And when people talk to you and you listen and you understand, I said to Caps, I said, this guy has been through so much in his life, and he's only 23 and he's working at Louis Vuitton. And the previous opportunity, he didn't quite fit, but that didn't matter because he was still at Louis Vuitton, and he sets high standards. If you're gonna be a sales assistant, where are you gonna work? I'll tell you what, I'll work at the top. And so he had a meeting with Kalpesh today, and I'm sure we're gonna do something because you can't.
He's right.
You can't not do anything. If you're that person, and he's got it. We went there. He gave us the royal treatment in that shop, and that's exactly how we were treated at this event.
Yeah. And he brought a friend along with him who's a couple of years older, knew a little bit more about crypto and DeFi in the space. And the guy asked all the right questions. As soon as I mentioned live credit token, he went straight onto CoinMarketCap, looked it up, was very impressed. All of it, so he brought his backup with him because he's new to crypto, but his friend knew a bit more. When they came to find out, look at this though. We're talking about integrity. I've fallen in love with this guy already. So they came down, they got up, and as they left, before they left the hotel, they went to pay for they ordered 2 waters. They went to pay for their water. In all of these years, I can tell you this: most people will just get up and walk off and leave the bill to you. I was so touched by the fact that these 2 young kids just did that. They went off and went to pay for 1 water each. Then, and not even like one paying for the other. They both had their phones out ready to pay for 1 water each, because these guys are not, they're not like deep pockets and grown adults. They're kids. They're starting out. So they don't have the luxury of paying for other people. So they went and did. I went and stopped. I said, guys, listen, no chance, man. You guys are for me a treasure. I love seeing somebody in their early 20s, wide-eyed, open-hearted, and ready to receive information and knowledge that will transform their lives. But yeah, ripe and ready, buddy. Well done. Aaron, you're up next, champ.
Hi, Kalpesh. Hi, everyone. I was pretty much excited, even though I was not there. I felt like I was there, seeing all the videos and everything from the event in Dubai. And right now, I am pretty much excited and fired up. And this call today was so amazing that you have me setting now a new. I'm writing down here a new 90-day goal, which is as of tomorrow, to basically sponsor 1 person per day. And if I miss 1 day, then the next day I have to double up. And so that's how it's going to happen. And I'm going to go after that, and try to motivate the team and push the team even more. And Kalpesh, I just want to thank you. You were the person that shared this with us, and thank you for sharing these opportunities with us. And when we look, Peter and I was having a conversation the other day, and when we looked at the previous opportunity, and I looked at the volume, man, I have 10 in less than 2 years, less than 15 to 20 months, 10 million in volume sales. I'm like, whoa, 10 million. And if we can do 10 million there, in 6 months, we could more than do 1 million.
Wow.
So thank you very much. And guys, that's great.
Absolutely amazing. Well done, buddy. And by the way, it's not a 90-day goal. It's a 187-day goal from tomorrow.
Oh no, I have a 90-day goal. I have a 90-day goal. Yeah. But
awesome.
I would have to call you for a couple. Very rare I need to do it, but a couple third validation calls. So I'll schedule with you.
Man. Done. Look forward to it, buddy. Sharon, back to you. Close it off, hon. Go ahead and mute. Oh, you're not going to close it off. George has also got his hand up. Go for it. Oh, sorry, we're back to you. Yeah, go on.
Hi. Yeah.
Hey.
Oh my God. I'm so sorry about that, guys. Absolutely phenomenal weekend. But something major happened. something major happened. We were blown away. I mean, Dizzy, you were right. We were treated as if we were in Louis Vuitton. I've been in Louis Vuitton, and you do get treated like a princess. It's amazing. But the legal, the compliance, everything, guys, is ticked off. It's done. It's finished. They have a 5 to 10 year plan ahead. And I happened to bump in the toilets to the compliance lady. And, you know, it was lovely to meet her and chatting to her. And as we were leaving, she was like, oh, where are you from? And then, you know, I was like, I'm really excited about this project. And she was like, look, we are serious. We are serious. We have massive plans. So they're going to look after us all the way. What we need to do now is clear your schedules. Let me tell you, and something special happened this weekend. They got blown away. They hadn't had a taste before, guys, but they had the taste of KP on the stage, and they were blown away. Kalpesh did a slot for about an hour and a half, 2 hours. People were like that. Wow. So it was incredible. Kalpesh loved every moment of it. Me and Dan are ready to rock and roll with this. We are really we are clearing our schedules. That is exactly what we're doing. But I'm loving the Zenit coin and what it's about, and the tokenomics behind that. And when you see, guys, why this will happen, why it will happen by default. I watched that machine produce $250 in 15 minutes, only with 50 grand worth of Bitcoin. And let me tell you, these guys don't even do arbitrage from one exchange to the other. They do it on the same system, the same broker, and they've got ability to do this on multiple brokers. It's incredible. Oh my gosh, wow. So Kalpesh, I suppose we've set a target. And my target this month is to get to Ambassador 6. So I'm throwing it out there.
Oh.
I need to get on that bloody vacation.
I know, right? Hurry up, get it done.
And I'm like, oh my gosh, I need to do that. So we're on a mission.
Absolutely awesome. And again, if any of you are on a mission, then yeah, this is the last month to qualify. August. By the end of this month, midnight on the last day of the month, get to Ambassador 6 and the company flies you out at their expense to Mexico. Yay! On a fantastic 5-star experience holiday. And if you want to hang out with all of us, then be there. Just get it done, wrap it up. But the good news is they do these every 6 months. So whether you get it done in August or September or October, it doesn't matter. Get it done. Ambassador 6 is the rank that gets you plugged in to that leadership team. They also fly us in on a regular basis to the office to get us trained from time to time. So 6-star is your goal. That's got to be the focus no matter what, whether it takes you 90 days, 180 days, whatever it takes you, get it done. And then it's 2 holidays a year. Let's do it. Thank you. It's been amazing as always. Mwah. Tomorrow, 7 p.m. UK time, Zoom. Oh, sorry, George. Sorry. Yep. Go on.
Yep. Yeah, so just a couple of highlights of things. The reason why I was on my trip, the big thing is like in the first week, we had 10 customers on the trip, and we keep talking about who you associate, and I was the only person on that trip that didn't make $1 million a year. So that was aspirational for me. And I thought I'd made it by what I made last year, which was the biggest amount of money I've ever made. But those guys made $1 million a year. And I'm thinking, man, I need to expand my goals things. And I've now seen the vehicle and the process and the excitement. So it's seriously cool. The other one was you were talking about being out having translators at the events. We had 3 guys from Bolivia on the trip. One of them's got 2,500 staff, and one's got 1,000 staff or something or other in his business, and it's pretty cool. But like they couldn't speak English, and so we'd been trying to talk to them during the trip and everything else. And then we finally worked out after day 6, Google Translate. You can have a conversation in Google Translate. So we'd speak to Google Translate. We'd show them what it said in Spanish. They'd speak to it. It showed us in English. So we could eventually talk. So we found about their kids. We found out about their business and everything else. So it was just the extra opportunity that's there. And again, aspirational goals. Guys, plug in, make this thing a really huge year. And like, how cool is that machine with the supercomputer mining? Wow. wow, we need to get into that. Man, again, thanks again. There was just so many reasons I was on that trip. I just needed to have bigger goals and everything else. And wow, we've now got a vehicle to deliver on that as well. So thank you
for this. Brilliant. Thank you. Love it. Hassan, well done for sticking your hand up. I was wondering what was going on there. How are we doing, buddy?
Yeah, I'm good. I couldn't make the Dubai event, but I couldn't make the Dubai event, but I felt like I was there. And I was getting regular updates and posts and videos and everything else. But yeah, one thing that, I mean, there's many things that I like, but, you know, getting a partnership with the royal family.
Yeah.
Oh man, I mean,
Dubai.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I was just thinking, you know, like what I did in the previous couple of years, you know, and just getting back in touch with what the next couple of years can be and do, and what we did there, and you know, people have mentioned it, you know, what these guys are doing already, like in terms of the transparency and the legality and the regulations. It's just, yeah, I'm getting excited. I'm getting really excited. You know,
All right.
Yeah.
Well done, mate. Good. Fire it up. Let's get it done. Thank you. So, ladies and gentlemen, as always, it's been a pleasure sharing this hour with you. A little bit more than usual, for sure. But it was fun and it was needed with that big event that we had on the weekend. I think this will be a very valuable tool for all of us to use in our teams to educate, to uplift, upgrade everybody in our team. So thank you once again. Much love. Mwah. See you on the presentation tomorrow. And we're going to be expanding